Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to another weekly pick a card reading where we have our Wassup Wednesday. We ask Spirit for guidance in different areas of our life. And for this reading, we're actually going to have a meditation first, if you'd like to join me in doing that, where last month we did a meditation, kind of a pilgrimage meditation is what I'm calling them, to the city of the dead, which is Cairo, to visit the Egyptian pyramids. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out the playlists for the pick a cards, and you can go back and enjoy that meditation. But in this one, we're going to go visit the cities of the dead, which is in New Orleans. New Orleans, Louisiana, here in the United States, has these cemeteries that have their tombs above ground. Because they are actually below sea level, the water underneath the ground is so close to the surface that if they buried, coffins or bodies, that they'd become waterlogged and even float and, come up out of the ground. So they had to create these cities of the dead, which are these cemeteries that have the tombs above the ground. So very interesting. And there's like 40 or more across the entire city. So we're going to go check those out. Today is November 1st is when this video is coming out, which is All Souls Day. So it's perfect timing for us to have remembrance of those who have departed by going and visiting those. So we're going to be asking here, we're going to have a choice between 3 different pick a cards as well. So if you want to jump to those, all the timestamps for all the readings are down in the description box, but you're going to have a choice between 3 different choices, which are asking, what do those who have passed have to say to us? So we're going to jump into the meditation next. If you want to jump to the pick a cards and skip over the meditation, just click down below. But right now we're going to move into the meditation. Before we head off to New Orleans, let's take some steps to ground ourselves and calm ourselves. First, let's come out of any fears that we may be experiencing in the moment. Let's close our eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through our nose. Oh, if you're not able to breathe through your nose, then of course use your mouth. But we'll inhale and hold it for a moment. And then exhale when you're ready. Let's repeat that a couple more times just to bring some relaxation and calmness to our bodies. Breathe in. Hold it. And exhale. Breathe in. Hold it. And exhale. Beautiful. Now, picture a vine growing out of your heart chakra, its roots growing down through your lower chakras, out of your feet, deep into the ground, eventually reaching the heart of the Earth Mother and anchoring itself to it. Then see the vines grow up through the upper chakras, stretching out of the top of your head, blossoming beautiful, deep purple flowers, reaching out into the ethereal. Take another deep breath. Hold it. And let it out. Okay, well, we are anchored and connected to the higher realms, so let's go on our pilgrimage. Intentionally smile with a huge smile on your face, and then step out of your body. Look back at yourself. See how awesome you look with that life-changing smile. That smile that touches people you don't even realize that it touches. And you make a note to intend to smile more. The vine extends, allowing you to start floating higher off the ground. The vine is strong and secure. You are safe. You're drawn upward above your region where you live, and then still higher until you're above your country. You're up in the ethereal. And up there, you feel the presence of your spiritual entourage, your guardian angel, other angels, spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones on the other side, and a large gathering of other beings of unconditional love and light. You're definitely not taking this journey alone. You reach the southern region of the United States above the Gulf Coast, and you descend toward the state of Louisiana, floating lower and lower until you are over that beautiful coastal city of New Orleans. You notice the over 40 different raised cemeteries around the city, these cities of the dead, but one stands out to you, and you begin moving toward it. Along the way, you notice a funeral procession, the mourners moving slowly along a street, and as you move closer to it, you begin to hear the brass band playing jazz music that sounds heavy and sad. And this music reflects the pain of everyone left behind, the pain this city has endured, the challenges of humanity as we experience the lower vibrational emotions of this plane of existence. Spirit wants us to know that we come here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience all of these lower vibrational energies. By experiencing the opposite of what we are, we understand who we are more deeply. Everything does unfold for us, and our lives represent the choices we made before we came down here and as we lived our lives. Suddenly, that jazz music turns from the heavy and sad tone to one that's celebratory and lively. Everyone in the procession begins to dance, even the spirit of the person who has passed. You see them and many of the loved ones of the attendings who have passed dancing along as their invisible spirit selves. They're showing us that we get to choose what an event in the outer world means to us, the story we put to it, the emotion we choose to feel as we go through it, the energy we put forward in response to it, and the physical actions we take. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They are all experiences. Sensing the unconditional love of all the invisible beings around us helps us choose to vibrate at a higher level of love. The funeral procession proceeds and takes you right to the cemetery that you were drawn to. You glide in through the gates ahead of the procession, and you feel the history that lives there. So many lives for so many years. You see that there is nothing new under the sun. And you can sense lifetimes of individuals that have lived the same journey of worth, coming into this life realizing we are so powerful and amazing to be convinced that we are worthless, limited, powerless, and eventually realizing the capital T truth of who we really are as something during our life or after we withdraw out of these physical bodies. You notice many tombstones with birth dates and death dates, and you feel the message of spirit from within that the dash in between those two dates is the life we live, full of those choices we make. You become aware of the simplicity of living in the now, every moment being a simple choice between unconditional love or the fear of losing conditional love. The cemetery grows brighter and brighter, and you start to see the invisible spirits that were always there start to become visible, though they still appear a bit transparent. They are sitting atop the tombs, leaning up against tombstones, and wandering about the cemetery, visiting one another. But all have a great smile upon their faces. They have an umbilical cords that extend from their hearts out into space, that connect to the Creator's heart, eventually somewhere out there. They share with you visions of their lives, and they show you the difference between what they felt was urgent and what in hindsight was truly important. You feel these messages in your heart, and they resonate with things in your own life. Some of these spirits might feel very familiar to you, especially if you've had a past life in the city of New Orleans, which many of you have. You might even recognize your own tombstone and experience the energies of your former life as you wander about this city of the dead. You might even be drawn to physically visit New Orleans while you still can. A small group of light beings approach you in this garden of tombstones, and they offer you some Mardi Gras beads to remember your visit, placing them around your neck. Such beautiful yellows and greens and purples. They offer you a parting message in the form of a king cake that holds the message deep within it until you return and sit with it upon your return to your body. You thank them with bows and hugs. You sense a tug to return to your human body. You take one last glance at the cemetery as you begin to rise above it, and the sound of this happy jazz music that's been playing in the cemetery this whole time becomes more distant until you have faded out of listening distance. You rise above the state, country, and continent until you reach the ethereal realm again. Your spiritual entourage is waiting there to give you high fives as you move back toward your own home. You spot your home as you return to your region and begin to float gently down towards your roof. You move down through your ceiling and you drop back down into your body. Take a deep breath and come back into your body as you exhale. Thank Mother Earth and your spiritual posse for keeping you grounded and safe. And take one final deep breath. Hold it and let it out, expressing gratitude to the Creator for their unconditional love. Beautiful. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this meditation as much as I did. And you can meditate, journal, or whatever way you feel comfortable or feel led to do to cut in or bite into that king cake they gave you to reveal their message. King cakes in Mardi Gras. They hide a little baby Jesus inside of it, and they bake it inside. And so when they cut open and people share the king cake around Mardi Gras, whoever gets the little baby Jesus has a special blessing or like a wish come true type of thing. So that's the energy of this king cake for you as well. And make sure to stay tuned in this video for the free pick a card readings to see what additional messages those from the other side have for you. If you have an interest in somewhere on or off Earth that you would like to pilgrimage to next in meditation, let me know in the comments below or email me at brettazen@gmail.com and I'll add it to the list. And if you'd like to dive into a past life reading or a personal reading, be sure to check out the description box of this video for details, because for the rest of 2023, I'm offering half off all my personal pre-recorded readings. Thanks again for taking the time to attend this pilgrimage with me. Until next time, remember, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, and of course, I love you too. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the message for you, and we're going to be looking and see what messages that those on the other side and your ancestors wanted to provide you. So we're going to start off here by pulling one, maybe more, but at least one tarot card here from the Ancestral Path, and let's take a look and see where we start off with. What subject, what part of your life do they want to focus in on? And then we'll pull some more cards. All right, so here we go. We'll start here. And you've got the 7 of Staves, or the 7 of Wands. And this energy, zero in here, is all about taking a stand for yourself, not feeling like you have to defend your life, who you are, what you want, where you want to go, what you want to do. There's this support from Spirit saying, you know, what are you waiting for to shine bright? You don't be afraid to stand up on a hill and be seen and allow the world to see who you are. The sun does not ask permission to shine. It doesn't dim its light. It shines bright. And if someone can't handle it, they can get into the shade or put on a giant sun hat or sunscreen or whatever. But you don't have to dim yourself. You get to shine bright. So I love that, starting off here. And then we're going to pull from the Talking to Heaven deck here from James Van Praagh. And see, this is from someone that's on the other side, a message that they have for you. All right. So right off the bat here, they want this one. And this one, they wanted you to know it was their time to go. So we'll put that here. We're going to put this one at the top here. Just make sure it's on screen there. And let's see what message they wanted to come in here. Sorry, let me just even that out a little bit. And it says, I know that it feels like a dream that you can't wake up from, but please be reassured that every soul comes into the world at a predetermined time and also exits at the time it is meant to for its own growth. And when I first came here, it's all seemed too amazing to believe, but now I see that there is a larger force and an incredible order to everything in the universe. Every soul has a cosmic plan it must follow, and what you might perceive as an accident is merely a step in the cosmic dance. So I like this for you because it fits in here with, being true to yourself. Follow your path. Don't try to fit in and, worry about what everyone else is thinking and all these supposed to's and shoulds and need to's that you've been given all your life, that, they're like, no, this is follow your own footsteps, create your own path. Don't, step in the footprints of other people, create your own footprints. And there's this support on the other side for this for you as well. So I like that. And then we're also going to pull from the Voice of the Soul's Oracle, which this is a great deck. It has messages from your soul, from your spirit guides, and then from an entity on the other side, another being of unconditional love and light that's on the other side. So let's see, what else do they want to give you here? More messages from the other side for you on this All Saints Day, or All Souls Day. Yeah, they've got card number 23, Regrets. And I like this energy. We'll see what it says in the book here, but one of our fears in standing up for ourselves is that I'm going to regret, I'm making a mistake, or I'm going to try this and it's going to fail. But when you're living your dream, you look at things that don't work out completely 100% the way you want them to. You don't look at them as mistakes. You just look at them as experiences, and you keep taking step towards your dream. Where we have regrets and failure, it's when we're trying to live someone else's dream that they gave us, and we keep failing and failing, but we don't have the oomph and the wind behind it because we wake up in the morning going, I got to go live my dream today. that's when that's not our dream. When we're living our dream, we wake up and going, oh, I can't wait to get started and see what happens and what I can do and how this is going to unfold. And it's like, oops, that didn't work out well. Well, I'm going to try it this way then. We don't give up because we have this desire for us coming in here. So let's take a look here and see what this brings in here. So regret. So your soul's messages to you is part of your energy can be caught up in regrets, and you feel you've missed something important, which brings you great sorrow. You may be regretting a choice you've made and you're looking to turn back time, but this isn't necessarily a good idea. Remember, you always do your best with what you have. You always make the right choices when you make them on your own. These regrets create a heavy inner burden, which disconnects you from your inner beauty. They also create blockages inside you, disconnecting you from your solar plexus chakra. Then you may be caught in an inner struggle, letting yourself be guided by negative thoughts. This isn't right for you. So take time to understand the source of your regrets, write them down, and then release them. This will allow you to create new space for new actions. I love that. So reinforcing what we were talking about, identifying why you're having regrets and where, and it's tied to when you have a regret, it's because you didn't do something you thought you were supposed to do. You had this fear of failing, this fear of not living up to someone else's dreams, fear of rejection. When you're living your dream, you don't have that fear. So it's a good kind of litmus test. Are you living your dream or someone else's dream? And then your spirit guides also want to have a say, and they're saying part of your energy is, part of you is an energy of duality, which can create inner tension and prevent you from feeling serene. You are also constantly doubting everything, and this can create a freezing comfort zone in your outer life. You feel like you're waiting for something important without necessarily understanding what that is. Yeah, it sounds so much like you're, going about your business trying to live this dream that was given to you. But what you're waiting for is this feeling of happiness and fulfillment and like serenity, like it says, when you're living your own dream. You don't feel that when you're living some other dream that was given to you through opinion or whatever growing up. When you're not, when you're living your dream, though, you feel this fire in your belly. And it says, we invite you to understand the source of this duality that has been inside you for months, if not years. So become aware of the discrepancy between what you are creating in your outer life and what you really want. There you go. We invite you to contact us, your spirit guides. Because you think we're absent at the moment and you act from this feeling, you don't ask for signs or guidance, but it's up to you to come to us, using your choice of method. We await your call to share everything you need to know and guide you to free yourself from this duality and create new inner and outer osmosis. So yeah, definitely if you're like, well, what is my dream? How can I have this come true? And, we ask our spirit guides and those up above before we come down here to show us a lot of things in this lifetime, and they're constantly working on that. But something that we sometimes forget to do is ask them of our own free will to help us while we're down here. We can ask them for signs and synchronicities and answers and guidance, and they will love to give it to us, but they don't meddle or overstep their bounds into our free will and our power of choice. They respect it and honor it so much, so it's allow us to ask for assistance, and they're more there. Now, they might give us some synchronicities like repeating numbers, 1111, 2222, different things in the outside world that get our attention, and it's like they're standing behind us going just to let us know that they're still in the room behind us. So, oh, you're there, but they won't force themselves, but they'll kind of just make some noise here and there to make sure we remember that they're there. And then the third thing here, this is a message from an entity from the other side, a being of unconditional love and light. And they say, even if now I feel free, I did have regrets in my life for different reasons. There were many things I did not do. I was often afraid of showing up and making the wrong choices. So I'd lock myself up in these certainties. Today, I realize these regrets created an inner burden. I don't want you to make that same choice that I did. Dare to be the beautiful person you want to be. Before I departed, I left some things unfinished. I thought I could take care of them later. I thought I had more time, but I didn't. And in hindsight, it was perfect this way. Today, I need you to do something for me, something I would have liked to do. I am sending you many signs, and deep down, you know what I'm talking about. Do this thing for me. You will help me to free myself completely and help us communicate in a new way. I have faith in you. Wow. So they're asking, and you'll know this, and it'll be totally, it won't feel like a burden. You'll be like, yeah, I want to do this for them. Whether it's someone that maybe when they passed, they hadn't reconciled with someone, or they didn't take care of someone and you want to help them or help bond and create this, help people forgive and, whatever it is, that there's something that was left undone by someone that you have on your heart that you want to do. So I love that. And then we also have the angels and ancestors oracles. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have for you too. I love all these messages from Spirit. And let's see what else. All right. Cards are flying out for you here. And you've got the White Witch, be the light. Again, shine bright and shine bright has been throughout all these cards. So definitely they're encouraging you to express yourself and be seen and stand out and don't be afraid to. Because you have something special to share with the world, and it's not regurgitating and duplicating, but being your own unique self and showing that. Says, take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. And the White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she's joined by a horned owl, showing that she's willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. And with this card, you're being reminded of the goddess within you, that divine feminine energy that we all have. We both have divine masculine and feminine. This is the nurturing, the mother, the healer that's within us. The extended message for the card says, no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you're surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You're an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that's being picked on? Or are you the one who's guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you're being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. Yeah, so living your dream, shining bright. The 7 of Wands here too will represent not feeling like you have to get on the defensive. Sometimes they'll have like someone shown on a hill and people attacking. And that's because in our society today, a lot of us kind of were instilled a lower self-worth, and we feel like people are up here. And then when someone gets, into the limelight, even they're being raised, it's more feels like we're getting pushed down further. And so people naturally think that you're up here. They will boast to try to get up to where they think you're at, or try to destroy to bring you down to where they're at, or a little bit of both. But that, when you understand, like, the attacks that you get aren't about you, it's about their self-esteem, then that helps free you from that too. So I like that there's not a need to defend, just shine bright and be yourself. Right? And then we're going to look at these Arcanus Animal Tarot. Let's see what additional messages they have here, and then we'll close out with one final oracle. So what other messages? All right, Shishang and these here. All right, so what do we have here? You got the Five of Wands. So the two before here, and this is the change and the transformation of this energy that's coming in here. So I do like that, because this does show that there's this energy change from fear to love, and they even talked about that, helping, being this conduit and being this bright light that does help resolve some conflict that's going on around the drama that's happening. Instead of feeding the drama, you're actually helping transform the drama from something that's you can see where there's fear, and you're helping turn it into love. And I like that. And then you have the Eight of Wands. So fast moving energy. This also is a lot of messages from Spirit, but you have this huge, all this fire energy coming in. It is a very bright time. Shining bright is coming through all of these cards here for you. Eight of Wands, though, with all this, the wands flowing here, that actually represents being aware of all the messages that are coming from Spirit in the outside world, whether it is bumper stickers or license plates or a rogue email, junk mail that has a subject on it, or seeing a road sign, emotions just flooding in, mental memories just falling into your brain, messages all over the place. And the more you pay attention and do transform your energy from fear to love, you'll get clarity of the messages that come in too. I love it. You have the Emperor, more fire energy, Aries energy, which is new beginnings. And I like this too, with all this that's been being talked about here. The Emperor is about stepping away. They have all these advisors, blah, 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 in their ear, giving them opinion, giving them advice on who they're supposed to be, where they're supposed to go, etc., etc. But this card talks about the Emperor going, all right, everybody, thank you for all your information. You can leave the throne room, because I'm about to make decisions for my life going in here. And here's even Aries energy too. With this, it's like not regretting your decisions, not fearing your decisions, stepping into your power, putting form around your dream and taking action toward it. And you have the Temperance, balancing, patience, understanding that things will unfold in its timing. It takes time. The tempering is going back and forth between two cups. It starts off as a base metal, and each time it flows back and forth, it's slowly transforming, where eventually it turns to gold. So trusting the journey, trusting the process. One of the regrets with time is that we get caught up in time as a human, that, well, by now I'm supposed to have done this, I should have done that, I must have done this. And we're eternal beings. We get caught up in time when we're gauging our worth based on timing of things being completed. But there's no deadlines, really. We're eternal beings. We will eventually do everything we've always wanted to do. It's like thinking you have a week's vacation to get everything done. Let's say you go to Disney World and you're like, oh, I'm there a week and I gotta fit everything in, every single ride, and you're just like constantly stressed and moving. But they're like, you actually moved into Disney World, you're a resident now. You have all your entire life to go on every ride. Takes the pressure off, and I like that. And then, Ten of Cups, fullness and overflowingness here too. This is this feeling that you get of joy when you're living your dream. dream. When we're trying to live someone else's dream, we always feel lacking and things falling short. But this is about this beautiful, beautiful energy of feeling full and complete and having this wonderful overflow. So I like it. And then your final message we're going to pull here is from the Earth Magic Oracle. And we will close out with that. So what else? All right. They do want that one right there. And you've got Release, the Autumn Equinox. Beautiful card here. Let's put that right there. Let's see what that brings in here for you. Which, of course, is letting what no longer serves you fall away, right? So you can move towards your dream. So it says, now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. You can't make this up. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest while at the same time making preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion. With release comes a sense of being much lighter, just like the trees that openly bare their nakedness once their leaves have departed, and give room for whatever new life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. Yeah, like your dream. So letting go of the dream that no longer serves you. And the relationships, when you find your true north, what you're looking for your dream and how you want to express love into the world in your own unique way, not, regurgitating and duplicating what someone else is doing, but how you want to do it, it becomes easy because, if it doesn't fit into this, that it doesn't need to be in your life anymore because you're focusing and bringing all of your attention and energy into one direction. So I love these messages of love from above for you, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, just give this video a little thumbs up. It does help the channel grow, and you get to become part of the love tsunami. So until I see you guys again, much love to you, and remember, as you're going through your adventure, that every second of every day of your life that you, yes, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off with these Ancestral Path Tarot and just see what message your ancestors want you to know, like what subject, what part of your life do they want you to know about. And we'll pull some more Oracle and see what other messages that the spirit world has for you on this All Saints Day here. So they do want this one right here. So let's see. 2 of Cups, relationships. So this can be a relationship to your higher self. It could be love, of course, and romance. It could be best friends. It can be whatever relationship. So definitely they want to talk about relationships for your life coming in here. And there's also always this undertow with the 2 of Cups is emotional choice and the power of our emotions. That we're the ones that get to choose what emotion we feel as we go through things, and that it's not the other person that's making us feel a certain way. They're just creating the atmosphere. They're creating making it easier or harder possibly for us to choose fear or unconditional love, but we're the ones that have the power of choice. We choose our emotions. And sometimes I know it doesn't feel like it's a choice because we're given a lot of opinion of when this happens, this is how you're supposed to feel, should feel, need to feel, have to feel, must feel. And so, it's reinforced and it becomes our opinion, it becomes our habit, it becomes our reaction, or it happens so fast, but we can question it and go, why do I feel this way when this happens? Usually it's going to be a lower vibrational feeling related to fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of losing a conditional love, or of unconditional love. If it's of fear, we can get to the root of it and transform it where we don't have to be impacted by it. Things can be neutral. Things are neutral, but we put a story to it with our brain. We choose with our heart what emotion, we choose what energy we're going to put forward in a moment, and we're choosing what action we take in the physical world as well. So all this relationship to other is very prominent here. So let's take a look. We're also going to pull from the Talking to Heaven deck here by James Van Praagh and see what else. What message from someone who you knew in this lifetime that's gone to the other side already. This is a message from them. So let's take a look here and see what message. All right, here we go. And theirs is, you are never alone. Beautiful, 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 beautiful card. Let's put this up here. And let's see what they have here for us. Or for you. For anyone, right? Let's see here. So I am here with you now, and I'm standing right beside you. Heaven isn't up in the sky. It's another dimension and frequency level parallel with the earthly physical plane. Every moment of every day you are accompanied by powerful and loving guardian angels who watch over you from their dimension. They interact with your physical experience to help you bring divine spirit into the earth plane. Without spirit, the physical world would wither because spirit is the life force energy of everything and everyone. The angels and guides, including me, who accompany you, are your heavenly entourage of loving supporters. You, like everyone, have access to heaven's help by acknowledging and attuning to this higher dimension. Meditation, music, nature walks, creativity, and other gentle actions help you connect with us consciously. We are here. We are with you. Beautiful, beautiful. So, sometimes if we don't have a partner in our life, or we feel we don't have friends or this best friend or whatever it may be, we can feel alone. And I like that they're letting you know that you are never, ever, ever, ever alone. And that in those moments, if you don't feel them, if you calm yourself and quiet yourself and focus, that you will feel them because they are always with you. They don't drift away. They have the ability to be with, especially this person that passed, they have the ability to be with everybody all at once, 100% present. They don't have to share their attention or time between all loved ones. They can be with each individual person as if they're their primary focus. That's how powerful we are. We can duplicate ourselves and exist in all these different places all at the same time. So I love this energy coming in here. You are never alone. And then we're going to go into the Voice of the Souls Oracle. And this is a great deck. It has messages from your soul, your spirit guides, and then other entity on the other side. So let's take a look here. What else do you have for those that chose reading number 2, please? For reading number 2. Oh, right. Nope. I said not all those. Slippery cards. There it is. All right. And you got Education, card number 12. Beautiful card there. We'll put that over here. And let's see what this brings in here. So from your soul says that you have learned to wear a mask when you're in contact with others. You learned to show some things, but keep others to yourself. You've learned to rely on what others want. You learned to take all criticism into account, even if it wasn't constructive. These things you've learned disrupt our connection and communication with your soul. They connect you to your mind while you can hear my voice. It's from very far away, like a barely perceptible whisper. Today, release these things you have learned if they no longer hold meaning for you. Find a new connection with me. Rediscover your inner beauty. Rebuild your frame of reference. Allow your own ideas and wants to flourish. This will help you hear me again as a calm, clear, and gentle voice. Yeah. So this definitely, like I said in the beginning, can represent a piece of this is you connecting with your higher self and your soul and developing this relationship with it. And then your spirit guides have a message for you that says part of you is attached to a single way of contacting us. And you may feel you need a specific ritual to communicate with us, but that is not so. You only need to open your heart and speak honestly and sincerely, whether out loud or in a whisper. Practices exist to help you connect to your inner being, but we are always here. Because you have your free will, we can't decide or act for you, but our presence is strong. You can get in touch with us through astral journeys. If you need specific signs, we invite you to meditate. It will help you feel our presence and understand our messages. Again, you're never alone. Create your own ritual. Distance yourself from your old beliefs. You are evolving, and so is your practice. Have confidence in yourself. Yeah. And Spirit they do honor our power of choice. They do honor our free will. And, before we come down here, we go, hey guys, I'd like to experience this. And I'm like, we're on it. But while we're down here, we can still, of our own free will and power of choice, ask them for signs, synchronicities, to show things to us, to reveal things to us. And they will, but they honor our free will. Well, they won't step over that boundary. They respect it so much that that's all we have to do. So I love that. And then the third message on here is from another entity on the other side, another being of unconditional love and light. It would have been someone you've known in this lifetime that's on the other side. And it says, I was conditioned by my education in my past life. I thought this was normal, and I reproduced that same education myself. I thought rules set down since forever ago were the best. I thought being a good person meant copying what had always been without trying to define new rules. Yeah, it feels very much like grandparent type of energy. Rules, norms, and frameworks were so important to me. Now I realize that this closed my eyes to important things and prevented me from questioning. I didn't even question myself. I have detached myself from these things now, and I invite you to do the same. Create your own frame of reference. In the next few days, I will manifest myself through music that you'll be listening to. You'll realize it's me because the words will make you smile. You'll understand the message I'm trying to send you. Create your own freedom. I'm working so you may do so. Now, it is very important. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then we're also going to pull here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Get the additional message here. Then we'll pull some tarot and then finalize with another oracle. All right. So Angels and Ancestors. All right. This is the one right here. What additional message we have? Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. somehow I feel like this person might have been a teacher or involved in education too, if that resonates for you. I think the arrow is in the back here. Yeah. Got broken arrow, but arrow is before that. So this is surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels and guides and ancestors to bring you protection. So they're telling you, call on us, call on us, call on us. We can protect you too. We'll give you guidance. We'll point you in whatever directions too. And arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many native peoples would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. And when an arrow appears in meditation or dreams or an oracle reading, it's a sign that you can protect yourself and what is important to you, because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could lower your vibration, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. So being aware of who you're surrounding yourself with, but also realizing that with this power of choice coming in, that no one can choose your stories, your emotions, your actions, your intentions, but you can't change other people's as well. Allow them, free yourself from controlling them, and focus your energy on your own decisions, your own choices. But they are with you too. All of these are saying that. And the extended message for this card says, if you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals or with kindness. So follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. And if you can take time to retreat or to step out of the situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do it. Do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. Yeah. And I love that, again, this reiteration, this message to, you can call on them for information, protection, guidance, and you're never, ever, ever, ever alone in anything that you're doing. So I like that. Then we're going to pull here from the Arcanus Animal Tarot, and we'll see what other messages they bring in here for you. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 2, please? Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. So we'll start with this one. Yeah, Four of Swords, peace of mind. And I like this. There's this energy here of, feeling out of sorts and feeling alone, feeling disconnected. But I love the Four of Swords because this is, resting. They're resting on this knowledge from the higher realms here. And I like that. It kind of feels like this is kind of central to everything going on here, that when you let go of your fears and you realize just the eternity that we have, that you're never alone, you have all this support, it does bring peace of mind. You kind of start to build this trusting relationship with the higher realms, that you know what you want, but the how and the who and the when and all that, you build this trusting relationship. And I like that. You have the Six of Pentacles, which is the balancing out of your beliefs about giving and receiving and your worthiness to receive. And part of all this, I don't want to ask them of things, and I don't feel like they would grant me things, or, it goes back down to worth. In one of my free video series called Take 10 with Zen, which the playlist is linked in the description box down below, and it'll be at the end of this video too, the playlist. Episode 4 and 5 talk about the Six of Pentacles. I believe it's episode 5. But it's about fate, but the Six of Pentacles talks about this out of balance belief system we get about what we deserve, and that we feel we have to give so much to deserve so little. And that can keep us from connecting and allowing information, protection, and this to come in, because we're like, well, no, I don't need that. I'm not worthy of it. But they're like, hey, we want to interact with you. There's thousands and thousands of beings of unconditional love and light that surround every single one of us. They are wanting to help us here. They're doing all those things we asked them to do before we came down here, but they do want us to ask. But this subconscious belief systems that are on autopilot running below us kind of have this force field keeping things away. So if that resonates, where you feel like love can't come to you, abundance can't come to you, where you feel like there's this barrier keeping good things coming to you, check that out, because I feel like that'll help transform things. Yeah, it'll help you shake with this devil card here, which is the shaking, the rattling of our cages. And the devil card is a great transformative type of energy, because it makes us face these things on purpose, so that we could be free from the cage that's keeping us restricted. So definitely it feels like this time in your life you are having these challenges, but you're not alone in it, and they will help you release these things and move out of this cage so you can be more true to your authentic self. Yeah, and definitely the Nine of Wands tells me here, the Nine of Wands is energy, and it's like this energetic barrier, this force field. So definitely take 10 with Zen episodes 4 and 5. We'll tell you all about those things. They'll give you, they're like 10 minutes or less, so they'll give you a tool in each one of those to help you with your energy and to help you with your belief systems around abundance as well. And then you have the Judgment card. Here's the calling of your higher self to a higher place. So you definitely are being called to have this deeper relationship, that comes back to this Two of Cups with your higher self and with your spiritual posse. They definitely are wanting to have this relationship for you here, and this Judgment card is like this trumpet. It's do-do-do-do. They want to invite you. They have this official invitation to connect with them, and I love that. All right, and then your final card is going to come from this Earth Magic Oracle, and this will be the final message from Spirit for you for this reading here. So for those that chose reading number 2, all right, here it is. And you've got the tree with grounding. Beautiful. And I love the tree, especially when it shows all these roots and the branches, because it's important for us to have the roots and, into the earth and do that, because if a tree doesn't have roots, when wind comes along, it's just going to tip over. If we're just focusing, on the roots, but don't reach to the sky, there's no fruit that grows either, because there's no branches. So it's important for us to reach for the connection to the higher realm, as well as have this rooted experience in the human realm as well. So I like the balance that's coming in, and that, you've been on this wonderful journey of this lifetime, of the external and the physical, but the spiritual, I feel like, is a huge piece here, which Master number 22 is realizing the two of us that are having this experience, which I have a whole free video series called I have Take 10 with Zen, but that's not what it is. It's the two of us. What is it called? It's in my playlist, and it's free. It's U times 2. Duh. So yeah, it's U times 2 is what the series is called. Thank you, Spirit. It's good. Having a little brain fart there, but it's a video series that helps you realize that you're so much more than just the human experience, but that you're the actor behind this character, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love as well. So this tree says, you have been feeling scattered and spacey lately. You're not fully in your body, and that's because you've not been able to get grounded. So this is quite literal in that your body is made of the materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from Earth. So get yourself grounded, and you can do so quite simply. With your feet firmly planted on the ground wherever you are, feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you can imagine these roots going even deeper. And each time you inhale, draw up the loving, nurturing power of the Earth Mother. In the meditation we did in the beginning of this video, if you haven't listened to it yet, we actually do that. And as soon as you have the chance, go outdoors and sit or stand with your back supported by a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so you can maintain this connection. Again, connection, right? Connecting to earth, connecting to the heavens. So love this message for you, and that is what they have for you in this session. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed the meditations, if you give the video a thumbs up, it just helps spread the Zen love, and you get to be part of the love tsunami, and I greatly appreciate that. And as you're going through this beautiful adventure, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there, and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling a card here from the Ancestral Tarot, Ancestral Path Tarot, just to see what area of your life that your ancestors want to focus in on in spirit. So let's take a look here and see where, for those that chose reading number 3, what area of your life. So here we go, starting right off the bat here. And we've got the Princess of Staves, which is the Page of Wands. Stepping into your power, recognizing just the power of choice you have in each moment. Whatever you focus on is what grows and expands in your life. When we know we're all taught, focus on your fears, right? Focus on what you feel is missing, what you hate in your life, what you fear will come in or leave your life. Because as children, we're very aware of, and taught to be mindful so that you live and survive, right? So we have this habit of focusing our energy, and what happens with that? We grow all that. It's like a little kid going into a donut shop, glass case, pointing at a donut over and over and over again. So the baker loads up a dozen of those donuts, and we're like, I hate those donuts. And the baker says, rather than pointing out what you hate, point out what you love and are grateful for, and I'll give you more of that instead. And so there is this transformation and awareness around our energy that we're not at the whim of, like, the universe isn't forcing things on us. We are the one that are like driving the car. They're our co-pilot. We're not sitting on the seat or the back seat just along for the ride. Our energy is what is bringing in things into our life, which is where we really want it, right? I want to be the one in control of what I'm drawing and not having someone else control it. So control freaks unite. We have the power. All right, so let's take a look here and see what else Spirit wants you guys to know. We got the Talking to Heaven deck from James Von Prague, and we'll just see what else they want you to know here. So what else for those that chose reading number 3, please? What else? All right. And we've got We Will Be Together Again. Beautiful, beautiful card there. I'm just going to zero in here. Love that. We'll put that up here, just scooch this down a little bit. And let's see what they want you to know here. Because our souls are intertwined by shared missions and unfinished business, we're destined to be together. For now, I will be with you in my non-physical form, functioning as a guide and a loving companion. While I can't give the guidance that God or an angel would, I can lend my support and strength to help and protect you. Once your life is complete, we will reunite in spirit form, and where I'll remind you of the ways of the wondrous non-physical world. I can tell you now that there's nothing to fear about dying, and yet you must live your life completely in order to fulfill your mission. When the time is right, you and I will have another physical life together, or many lives together, ones that are perfectly orchestrated to help others and to create spiritual growth for both of us. I like this. So there is this energy of whatever you're focusing your energy on is growing, and being aware of where you're focusing your energy. You do have purpose. You do have a specific reason why you wanted to come here. So again, there's this energy like coming between here. You're not just on this aimless mission, and you're not handed something from spirit going, this is what you have to do. You chose before you came down here what you wanted to do with your life. And if you're like the rest of us, have fallen into the dreams that were handed to us saying, by humans, this is your dream, you're like, wait a minute, what is my dream? If you're waking up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today, that's not your dream. That's someone else's. So I like this purpose that's being ignited here with this passion, this new passion that's coming in, reignited passion into your life. And then we're going to also pull from the Voices of the Souls Oracle, all right? And so this one came flying out already. And this has messages from your soul, your higher self, and from another entity on the other side, another being of love. You got card number 40, which is Messages of Forgiveness. Beautiful card. We'll put that right here. And let's see what this brings in here for you. I think this is a special one in the back here. Yeah. So this card is here to help you connect to your psychic abilities. And take a moment to visualize this card. You're invited to receive a message of forgiveness from your soul, your spirit guides, or an entity. Write down what you feel. Look at the card for as long as you need. And you're invited to see a message on your own beyond the card's description, and be confident in yourself. I like this. This is getting in tune with your psychic abilities, and this forgiveness is this release that's coming in here about, these, it's not like someone bullied you, but people that just created such fear and such judgment around, not being and doing what we think you should do, and that's why I feel like you're bullied into living a life that you haven't wanted to live. And there's this forgiveness, there's this release. And I like that, because what I look at forgiveness, there was an oracle card somewhere, I forget where it was, but there's this energy of, because forgiveness can be like an F word for a lot of us, right? Yeah, forgive. I'm not going to let anyone off the hook. But it's not about that. It's about releasing the wrath we have around something. And it's like refusing to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non-actions, words or non-words. And we pour out the wrath, we pour out the pain, so that we can then be a vessel of love, and we can fill up with the energy and the passion for our dream, instead of leaving no space for something new because we're just holding on to all of that old stuff. So I like this freedom that comes in here, this release that comes in, going, you were doing what you did because you thought that was for the best. So it's been passed down from generation to generation, but I'm ready to be set free from that. And I like the freedom that's coming in here. We're also going to pull from the Angels and Ancestor Oracle here. So we'll see what else. What else do they have here for you? All right, that's the one here. And you've got Summer, bask in joy and light. Passion, passion, passion. Busy, busy bee. I like this. We'll put this over here. And I think the solstice is in the back, I think. in equinoxes. Yeah, so summer is rise up, open your wings and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. And if you were also drawn to reading number 1, you might go watch that if you haven't, because the shining bright and choosing your purpose is a lot. It's similar-ish type of, but there's definitely a connection between the two. And it says, summer has always been recognized as a time for joy, for going on adventures and making memories. Flowers are in full bloom. Animals are enjoying the freedom of the wild summer days and nights. And people are taking holidays, basking in the sunshine, and being lifted energetically by the light and warmth. The extended message for the card says, this is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestor guides are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not to rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There's a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, as it is in inspiration directly from the divine. When the summer card arrives in your spread, it can indicate that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. I love that. For those of you in the southern hemisphere, you've got summer coming up here in toward the end of December, and for those on the northern hemisphere, of course, that's much further away, but that's a good omen there too. But I love this brightness, this new energy. It talks about the staves, the wands is energy, is passion, is inspiration. So I like that. And then we're going to pull from the Arcanas Animal Tarot. We get additional messages from Spirit here for you and see what else they want you to know. And then we'll finalize your reading with another final oracle. All right, so what else for those that chose reading number 3, please? Okay, none of those. All right, so we've got those 2. All right. So we're going to start off with this one here, Page of Wands. So we're going to put the Page of Wands on the Page of Wands. Definitely the reiteration of a message here. If it is a time of renewed passion, of a higher passion, a new expression of your passion as well. So I like the release of the old that opens up the floodgates of new energy, that instead of using your energy to nurse old wounds, rehearse old wounds, and duplicating it, reliving it, it's about releasing it, and that energy comes back to you that you can focus on to move into something more in alignment here. You have the Knight of Cups, and all the knights go on a quest, right? All knights have a quest, and this one is very, it's like all the stories we hear. They're in search of the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. And this is about the search for self-love and this journey of self-love, this quest for self-love, where we turn inward and upward to find what we've been looking for all along, and this pursuit of your heart rather than your mind. When we have, like we're talking about, all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, these dreams, these expectations that have been given to us, it just makes us feel trapped and dimmed and limited and powerless. But this is about this search of turning inward and upward, where we find this extra oomph and this energy that comes in that allows us to pursue something that makes our heart sing, makes our heart feel full rather than, just existing. It's like this energy of living instead. Yeah, and another knight. So you do have the Knight of Swords too, which the Knight of Swords, they're questing after the Ace of Swords, which is the mind, but it's also connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which are rooted in unconditional love. It's a double-edged sword, which also allows you to cut away the small T truths rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection. And there is this beautiful, awareness that comes in. And, the Knight of Cups here, even though they're after the Ace of Cups, they've got the sword here too. So there is this balance between heart and mind and this pursuit of this balance between the two. But it's not between the heart and mind of the human. It's between your high heart and your higher mind of your spirit realm. So I love this journey that you're on here and this passion of looking for things beyond, I feel like with all this Knight, because this is action, movement. All of these are action cards coming in here. So this is a time, a nudging of spirit saying, now's the time, let's go, right? Yeah, and here is the Ace of Swords, so you do connect here. And if you've been wanting to learn something new, whether it's a class, getting a book, watching videos, pursuing something higher, then definitely this is supported here. Higher education, higher wisdom, higher connection to that capital T truth is definitely here. I like that you are pursuing it and you do obtain this higher way of thinking, this higher way of looking at things as well. And then you have the Judgment card. Here's the calling. This is, this is, feels like a combination of both. Well, 3 is a combination of 1 plus 2. It's like your first reading, the second reading. So if you haven't watched them all, you might just, while you have some time, listen to the 3 readings here, because I feel like they're all going to bring something special in here, because this is a calling of your higher self, drawing you to this higher place, seeing what your calling is for your life and what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to pursue. Maybe that was the first reading. But I love this energy coming in here, because there is this, it's progression, it's endings and beginnings that are coming in this search and this quest. It's adventure energy just all over the place here. And I love that for you. And then lastly, we're going to pull a card from the Earth Magic Oracle here. And let's see what they have here for you. So what is your final message for those that chose reading number 3? All right, it's this one right here. Love and compassion. Yeah, definitely. This reading number 2 was all about, love and relationship. So if you want to check that out, that is, I feel like it's all of them here. So in this beautiful image, we see hands reaching each other through a heart, and the green field surrounding them in the color of the 4th chakra, or the heart chakra. It's when we feel love in our heart center that we not only naturally emit the healing energy of compassion, but we also attract love and compassion. Studies by the Heart Math Institute reveal that the electrical signals from the heart are up to 60 times more stronger than the brain, balancing heart and mind, seeking the heart over the brain, right? And the magnetic field is as much as 5,000 times more powerful. It's a given that our thinking patterns affect our feelings and, in turn, our reality. What we put out, whether it's love, fear, empathy, sadness, and so forth, contains an incredible amount of power to shape and influence our reality. Like we talked about with the page, whatever we're focusing on is it grows and expands. When the focus of our attention and intention is love and compassion, we recognize no separation between self and other. I like it. So the message this card brings into your final message here is that all wounds stem from the illusion of separation from Source and all of creation. The route to healing this wound is through cultivating love and compassion for every being on this planet, including yourself. not a bland standard of unquestioned acceptance, but a heartfelt sense of profound relatedness to whatever you perceive as apart from yourself. True compassion requires not only the feeling of warmth that emanates when you are in touch with your heart center, but in acts of kindness, even if this simply means being a fully attentive listener. Respect the fact that your heart is a giver, putting out electrical energy, and a receiver, drawing in magnetic energy. These energies are best sensed by attending to the steady flow of your breathing while also noticing your heart area. Righteousness, fear, anger, and judgment are some common ways to block your natural desire to love. Forgiveness is not only letting go of judgment, but also seeing through the illusion that you and all that is are separate. Look around you and inside of you, and do your best to love whatever you see. Beautiful. Forgiveness. I like that addition here. We come full circle. And I love this journey for you, really stepping into your power, realizing whatever your focus and your energy is, every moment is a choice between lower vibrational energy or higher vibrational energy. And like we talk about, if I focus in on my fears, what I hate in my world, what I feel is missing, what fear will leave or come into my life, I'm inviting that. I'm that drawing it to me. When I focus on what I'm grateful for, what joy and unconditional love and celebration and laughter, I draw in more things that match up to that energy. Neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring us different experiences. And I feel like with this page, it's an upgrade in your energy on what you're wanting to do. So I do love this for you. All right. If you're enjoying these videos and these meditations, give the video a thumbs up if you would. It does help the channel grow and you become part of the love tsunami. Because it helps share the Zen love. So just know I appreciate that very much. And as you're going through this adventure, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. Until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.